Good morning and welcome to the campaign kickoff rally for Mark Ridley-Thomas for CD10.
Mark Ridley-Thomas is the only candidate in this race endorsed by the LA County Democratic Party, representing 3 million Democrats.
Even before I got elected, I recall Mark calling me and asking me to march with him in the streets of South LA, chanting, "Our girls are not for sale." He has been one of the best partners in the fight against human trafficking, not only in his district, but throughout the city of Los Angeles. Mark doesn't wait for the phone call. Actually, Mark makes the phone call.
Over the last 2 decades, in the work that I have been engaged in as a pastor, as a person of faith, as a community leader and organizer, time and time again, I've had the opportunity to engage with Supervisor Mark Ridley.
Because it is time for us to stand up for Mark Ridley-Thomas, because I don't know anyone who has stood up for working people and families of South Los Angeles for the past 3 decades the way this man has.
I've worked for MRT since 2005, where I began my career as his Assembly Fellow of the state legislature. I am a product of him investing in the next generation.
I'm so proud that I'm a resident of CD10 and I get to vote for Mark Ridley-Thomas.
I'm a director of the CCA and the transportation co-chair for the LA Chamber. And the reason why Mark Ridley-Thomas is our candidate for Council District 10 is because he has spent the last 30 years working on economic development and economic empowerment for this city and for this county.
MRT gathered us. He gathered the community together, the religious community, the civic community, and many other communities together at Fame Church to provide an opportunity for us to come together and to support our sister congregations and our brother congregations in the Jewish faith. He is truly and tremendously a coalition builder.
And like he said, if we choose to seek an opportunity, then we have to answer the call of that responsibility. These are issues and people and entities, systems that I interface every day as a social worker in Koreatown. And for me, the answer to every question above, whether he cares, whether he knows, and whether he acts courageously, is a yes. And that's why I'm voting for Mark Ridley-Thomas for CD10, and I know all of you will too.
And I can't think of a better person to lead the 10th district than Supervisor Mark Ridley-Thomas. I have known the supervisor for many years, and I know that he is a progressive activist who has been on the cutting edge of every important issue, especially issues of civil rights, social and economic justice. And now we need to hear directly from the next council member of the 10th district, Mark Ridley-Thomas.
But we stand in the gap on the question of homelessness. We push for law enforcement reform and accountability. We stand for economic recovery and an equitable distribution of the resources that define our very lives. We stand for the environment being better. And finally, let me simply say, we will not relent until we deal with this issue of COVID-19. This is important, and I need you to volunteer. I need you to go to that chat box and do what you do. I need you to stand with me. Take nothing for granted. We can't win without you. You are important to this effort. And you say hashtag MRT for CD10. Well, let's put a little fuel in the gas tank. Now it's about accountability, mutual accountability.
Number one, you can sign up for a phone banking event. You can volunteer right in the chat box. Number two, you can fork over some money. That's always good. And by the way, you're welcome to do all three, or sign up for the candidates forum, which is going to be taking place next Saturday, the 19th.